So basically, I had to cancel today's non-voiced episode because during my recording time, another game got in my way. I mentioned before I'm playing Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia, and I got to the finale, and I got so engaged that I lost track of what time it was, and it just completely ate through my recording time. Luckily for everyone involved, I can still make a voiced episode. As per the usual, I am Serenity, YouTube's favorite fairy princess, and the girl with a clipboard full of crown monsters. And we're about to hunt Tabazo geese for anomaly rank points, and also to level the sucker right up. I'll take that. No dinosaur, please! I said no! I don't approve of this! Okay, no. You don't just get to do this. Oh, seriously? I just wanted the bones, and the dinosaurs wasn't having it. I'm gonna do it. Never mind. It just decides it's gonna dodge by slowly walking in one direction. That is such a Family Guy Star Wars thing to do. Just... oh my god! No. What was that? Yep, I definitely like fighting the seething one better.
It's coming for you. You need
Too many cheap shots going on today. Look at this nonsense. I'm going to die.
much appreciated. Target you.
Let's just say today, this guy's performing as admirably as a professional Super Smash Bros. Character, because he keeps spiking me directly to the ground. It'd be admirable if it wasn't so annoying.
What you can do. You listen to me. I won't go easy.
Alright, can we get away from the wall, please? Over here, Somnicamp. Come on. That's a good fish.
I'll let you up. It didn't even stand a more skilled rider.
Get some cheap shots in on there.
I'm in control now.
Let's try to hit the wing. That works. Although I kind of popped all the red things at once. And not the fun way that does a heap of damage. Gotta wait till it gets good and engy again.
That was quite a performance.
Alright, Somnicamp, do your flip.
Delicious meat.
Delicious meat. I want a sandwich.
You're going down. It's the end of the line for you.
Shut up. There he goes. Ow. Let me hit your legs. Let me hit your legs! Honestly, that wing shouldn't have that kind of force to it.
You need to recover.
Alright, you just want to throw bombs over there, that's fine. I'll collect all this. Rock lizard. When did that happen? The lizard was just a casualty of battle. Oh. Do I even have cornerstone on this build? Buddy, you're just asking for your tail to get the old chop chop. Even when I'm avoiding it. So on my Nintendo Switch save, I could fight this thing in the most desirable biome, which is the jungle. As if I was small and interconnected everything is. And there isn't foliage just blocking your vision in every particular region. And Area 10 doesn't exist in the jungle. Spider. We're gonna do the 3 endemic life combo. Spider into the wall, Sleep Toad, Blast Toad. Or just that, I guess. I was hoping to throw him into a wall.
Let me drift off.
Night, night. Remember what I said about your tail? Please understand. Ugh. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do now that Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia is over with. That's kind of just been my extra game for the past month or so. Suppose I could go back to trying to play Metroid Prime in hard mode. The only time I've ever beaten hard mode... Okay, stop with the tail! The only time I've ever beaten Metroid Prime 1 in hard mode was the Player's Choice edition of the US version of Metroid Prime, which has several erroneous things about it that doesn't exist in other versions, such as the Hunter Metroids being in Phendrana, Ridley missing most of his moveset, and so on. So I kind of played a nerfed version of the hard game. I guess, for those of you that weren't around during the Gamecube era, Player's Choice versions were essentially the Nintendo Selects versions of games, where they had another release run at a cheaper price so everybody else could play it.
I've come up with a good idea.
No.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
What did you do? Oh, it's our friends! The chap who drove me off at the very beginning of the hunt.
Thanks, buddy.
Keep plunking that wing. I'm definitely not healthy today. Oh, sorry.
Off you go.
That didn't work like I wanted it to. In the ideal situation, I want to blind him on his second sweep so he'll just crash immediately to the ground.
Prepare yourself.
But he didn't see it. That's right, I kill seething Basilgeese faster than the regular one. Oh! Bugger!
You're my best pal. It got away. Where's it going?
Again, sorry about that. My lungs are defective.
I hope Master Hojo is doing okay. Sweet.
Nobody moves.
Weapons getting dull.
Let me sharpen my stick.
It pays to keep your weapons sharp. Weapon deserves proper care.
Oh! Okay, will you stop with the double charging?
Very kind of you.
I don't know what Basilgase's deal is lately, but he's becoming more insufferable than usual.
Here comes.
You should already be dead. Alley-oop. You shouldn't be thinking this far ahead. Yeah. Monsters are not supposed to be this smart. No.
Super irritating.
Finally! Maybe if I change the way I'm sitting.
That's the end of that. That's the end of that. What did you think of my hunting today, Noah?
I thought you were amazing. You make me proud to be your sister. In fact, both of you were amazing.
Okay, there we go.
Inspired me to work harder.
Maybe this will keep my lungs from being full of gunk. I don't sit in a chair properly. That's a real problem. Is it really, though? Sitting in a chair properly makes my shoulder hurt badly. Some kind of kink or something.
I still have a long way to go to catch Hinoa. Yeah.
Everything's fine and dandy till you sit straight up, and then after 10 minutes, your shoulder's like, Ree! Okay, 173. That's pretty close to my own level right now. Got an Astalos, a Risen Kushala. Very few of these quests are actually keepers. Meowcenaries have returned. Yes, give me the loot. I think that one. Okay, what kind of mess did we collect here? Astalos, which is actually a negative condition compared to the previous one. That's a no. Kushala Daora. Mine is now better. Scorned, no. I keep getting the same quests over and over again. Might be a bug in the game. Alright.
When this disaster is behind us, I would love nothing more than to visit Kimura. Ever since I heard how disarming it is from Rondine, I can't stop thinking about going.
That's nice.
Tranquil Day will return to us shortly.
Okay, let's try to level up Chameleos a little further. I want to be able to hunt the easiest Elder for Risen Dragon Bones. Afflicted, Elder. You know, I don't think I ever got the Tobi Kadachi layered charge blade.
Hey, good to see you.
Yeah, that one. It weirdly matches my set.
Well, the iron's hot. Be careful out there.
Alright,
That'll do.
let's go bully a lizard.
This'll be easy.
Praise be to Dr. Pepper.
Alright, Minotaur. Our role today is
Not
to offer
sponsored.
support,
I've just got a problem.
Okay, I'll put my heart and soul into helping our group succeed.
Sure.
Let's go! Hopefully you'll level up beyond 158, I think it was. His current one's 157. Chameleos is stuck on leveling up once per. It's getting better. Ooh, jackpot! 3 out of 4 is pretty good. One time I actually had all 4 out of 4. The odds of which are pretty dang low. That's like that one time I got 3 of the risen things in one hunt. Alright, let's get out of here before the Achnazom gets upset.
Nice. Sweet.
There's an Anjanath on the other side of this wall. I mean, meow.
Nice.
Cat nonsense intensifies. Can I just get one more green, please? So all 3 of them are just showing off against each other in this one area. I do love a pile. Hey, what? Chameleos? Hey, Anjanath, come here.
Good job, me. Mounting up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's my trusty buddy.
Big Anjanath. They come bigger, but this is pretty cool. Oh, right. Charge Blade. Charge Blade is such a drastically different weapon from the Insect Glaive that it just mentally reorient oneself to deal with it. I hope Title Update 5 buffs impact files. Elemental files are pretty great, to the point that people are like, OP, please nerf! Nah, it's fine. It's about on par as the other weapons I've mastered. But impact files need to be better. In my opinion, they need to be stronger than elemental files. For the fact that they have a very difficult hit zone. Because impact files, they discharge in a straight line, whereas elemental files discharge in the letter V. You're done for. No. You missed. Switch to blue. Wait for his attack. Counter. Charge the sword. And start wailing on him. Not like that. I smell like skunk in here all of a sudden.
It's coming for you.
Hit me again. Thank you. Ow. Okay, I deserve that.
Here comes the pain.
No body slam for you. I think I mentioned Super Smash Brothers earlier. My first ever exposure to Super Smash Brothers was Super Smash Brothers Melee in a demo disc at Walmart. It had a bunch of different games on it, but I was absolutely enamored with Super Smash Brothers. I had never seen it before, but it was the coolest thing. Seeing all these Nintendo characters and a couple I never heard of just playing a fighting game together, and the controls were actually fair. You didn't have that weird combo button-oriented system that, like, every character is different. I don't like that in fighting games, actually.
Thanks, buddy.
But, like, it was just genuinely baffling to me You could just have Mario and Pikachu and Link just all wailing on each other in, like, the Pokemon Stadium or Hyrule Temple, stuff like that. Later on, I managed to get my own copy of Super Smash Bros., but it wasn't the one I thought it was. I got the N64 copy and played the absolute heck out of it. Like, I played it way too much. I did that on purpose, by the way. There was a glitch you could do in Smash Brothers with the training mode, where if you got Mario and you stacked all the shells that you could on top of an enemy or another player, and then you used the down tornado spin attack, you could cause the game to lock up because the shells were just chaining damage off of each other, and you could do 700 damage easily, and the game's like making a really weird noise. An old friend showed me that little trick. Yeah, it's basically you're Mario, you're in training mode, you spawn like 4 or 5 shells on top of you, and then you use the down special right next to the enemy, and it's just... the game freaks out a little bit. That was back when I didn't know what F-Zero was. I didn't know what Earthbound was. So you had these weird characters I'd never heard of before. That was back when the newest consoles that were out were the Nintendo Gamecube, PS2, and Xbox. And I had only just gotten an N64. Like, that was novel to me. The thing I had prior to that was the Nintendo Entertainment System. The old gray box. I had to work an entire summer doing chores for family to scrounge up enough money to buy a Gamecube.
We have to go after it.
But when I finally got enough money, we went over to Walmart. We went to the words are failing me here. We went to the electronics department, and I bought a GameCube, and they bought me a couple of games to go with it. And the first 2 games I had picked were Super Smash Bros. Melee and Metroid Prime 1, which by this point was a collector's edition. Pretty late into the GameCube's life cycle. And I just alternated between these 2 games. During that time, I had a lot of Hardee's. So whenever I have Hardee's curly fries, I'm reminded of Metroid Prime. I don't want to die.
I'm here for you. You'll be fine. I'm sure of it. Thanks very much. Using a hunting helper. Any bright ideas?
Should have sharpened my blade.
Don't waste this opportunity. Here we go.
Where was I? Oh yeah. So I alternated between playing Super Smash Bros. Melee and Metroid Prime 1, which were both pretty amazing experiences. I mean, there's not much compared to the graphics of Metroid Prime 1 when all you're used to playing is N64 games. But what I loved about Melee was that the controls were so snappy. It took a little bit to get used to it, but when I did, it was amazing. Challenge battles were nuts. Like, I struggled for a long time to do a bunch of them. What the? Who invited this guy? Can I get away from you guys, please? Oh, she's got the monster. Hello. It was actually Smash Brothers Melee where I learned how to actually play the game.
We did it! That's a wrap.
What did you think of my hunting today, Hinawa?
I thought you were amazing. You make me proud to be
Went
your
and played
sister.
Melee for a very
In fact,
long time.
Both of you were amazing. You inspired me to work harder.
It wasn't until about 2 to 3 months later that I had finally unlocked the last character, which was Mr. Game & Watch. I knew about some of the character unlocks, like Luigi, where you have to end the final the final countdown of the first adventure mode stage with the number 2. I knew that if you used every character in Versus mode, you could get Marth, and then so on and so forth. I didn't know what a Marth was. I never heard of a Fire Emblem. I just saw these two guys, it's like, they have swords and they're really fast and really strong.
Good job, buddy. Not bad. Not bad at all.
After those first 2 games, it was a while before I managed to get any others. But there was a local game store I managed to pick up a game or 2 from. Oh, Rizzic Amelios is 162 now. It rose 5 levels. Excuse me for a second. There's something in the house that's making a terrible noise. Be right back. Many apologies. So, in another room in the house, we have fish, and there's these stupid filters that the fish tank has. That whenever there's a power outage, no matter how brief,
Thanks for your help.
the filters don't quite collect water like they're supposed to, and eventually they start screaming loudly. And if they're not managed, they'll probably just burn themselves out. They are the worst filters I have ever seen. The person in charge of the fish tanks won't get new filters either because they're cheap. The person, not the filters.
Chat with Chief for all your questing needs.
So I had to figure out which plugs and where the power bank was to make it stop screaming. Okay, so we got a gold Rathian. 160. Do I even have a gold Rathian? That might be a new one. Nope, that's new. Teostra Tost. Another one.
The threat of afflicted monsters has set us all on edge. Seeing how determined you
Sorry
are
to do
overcome
this, but
calamity
I
has
genuinely want some more
inspired
dragon
me to
bones.
bolster the resolve. Truly great, may tranquil days return to us shortly.
This'll be easy. Okay, let's make the most of it.
All right, Minotaur. Our role today is to offer support, okay?
Okay, I'll put
Hold
my
on.
heart and soul
I'm not
into
sitting
it
right.
to succeed.
Okay, there.
Well then. Really? All right. Sure.
Let's make haste.
I swear, those are the worst filters that I've ever seen. Because they just scream whenever there's a power outage. It's kind of a mechanical, screaming, grinding sound. Well, okay. Not only am I getting risen dragon bones this way, but
Sweet.
A8 monsters are worth a lot of points.
Let's make haste.
Kinda hoping I can get to AR 190, if possible. I would settle for, did I say 190? I meant 180. 181 would be great. But then I'd have to hunt a whole lot of more Basilgeases to get the Afflicted Dire Cortex. And he's not been playing nice lately. Mmm. Green. There's some green over there.
That find.
So much power. You've got the essence of a hero.
Hey, Chameleos. The only elder that doesn't scream. Which I'm eternally grateful for.
The monster's targeting you.
What's it doing? No?
It's the end of the line for you!
On the flip side, the power outage may have made the fish tank filters scream, but it was also the thing that made me wake up this morning.
Very kind of you. You should take care of that! This is gonna hurt! Lie down and stir
Okay, so where was I? Smash Brothers Melee? So where was I? So as I was saying, I didn't know what a Fire Emblem was, only that there's these two anime swordsmen that were just incredibly powerful, really fast, hit like a truck.
You're quite good at this.
It wasn't until later, when a new game came out, called Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, that I finally decided to give the game a try. Turns out I picked a very difficult entry point for a game in the series.
This is as far as you go!
My first playthrough was a little bit of a mess. I lost 3 guys. After figuring out that the game's difficulty did directly correlate to the strength of your units and how many of them you had, I restarted. I got through the game that time with only 1 casualty. When I beat it, I played through it a 3rd time after learning some of the little intricacies to make my game so much easier. Managed to actually defeat the Black Knight in the castle. Got the good unit that came as the results of it. Beat the game, didn't lose any units, and it was amazing. I didn't touch another Fire Emblem game until Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light for the Nintendo DS. So, back to Smash. So I unlocked everybody. I got all the stages. But there were 2 things I never successfully did. And both of them were tied to the challenge mode. Event Match 50 and Event Match 51. So Event Match 50 was against Master Hand and Crazy Hand. I wasn't exactly good enough in the game to have Crazy Hand naturally occur in Classic mode, so I didn't even know this thing existed. And then Match 31 had Giga Bowser, Mewtwo, and Ganondorf, and you had to take them all out with only 3 lives. I didn't know what a Giga Bowser was, only that it was incredibly powerful. I could only take it out using, I think it was Fox. He's not gonna let me do it. No poison, no poison. Oh my god. Oh, no. We're not doing this. You're blind today. And the way I did it was... I think I spammed the heck out of a paper fan of all things. Use the blaster until the paper fan starts stunning Bowser. And then just do that until I could kill him with a special. And that's how I managed to beat the round. I wouldn't exactly call it a fair fight, what I did. But then again, they made it a 3-on-1 match, and you got a third as many lives as they do. Ow! Oh, I'm taking the opportunity. Right there. There was one other demo game that I was absolutely enamored over that I really didn't get to play right away. That was Super Mario Sunshine. I love that game so much. I ran into that one. Get up. This is no place to sleep.
Thanks. I'm feeling better already.
It appears to basically be dead. Night-night, Chameleos.
We did it? Of course we did.
I didn't exactly have access to computers back then, so my
I thought
only
you were
exposure
amazing.
to games
You make me proud to be your
was
sister.
through either secondhand information,
In fact,
gaming
both of you were
magazines,
amazing.
and
You've inspired me to work
oddly
harder.
enough, trophies in Super Smash Bros. Melee. It was because of trophies that I got exposed to things like Animal Crossing, and Pikmin, and Luigi's Mansion, and I eventually managed to get all of those games.
Last time I checked, I'm not a monster.
A bunch of them I got for Christmas one year. It was a big bundle of like 12 to 14 games that somebody in the family bought secondhand for me. And among the ones that it was listed included Pokemon Coliseum,
I appreciate it.
Pikmin was on there, Pikmin 2 was on there, and a game I had never heard of before called Tales of Symphonia. I played through
Not bad at all.
all the games I wanted. And then eventually one afternoon I was like, okay, let's see what Tales of Symphonia is like. I immediately fell in love with the game. I was not expecting what I got. I played that game for a very, very long time. We're talking years. I beat the game again in New Game Plus. I did it again. In that same New Game Plus, I made a second New Game Plus, and I did everything there is to do in the game.
How are things?
Alright, so what am I going to power up here? Let's power up the Flicker Blizzard Whale. And now let's go beat up a Rajan.
You need me.
Okay, we're up to 180. Let's keep this train going until 181.
Shines bright.
Teostra, 164, 35 minutes. 165, 35 minutes. Pass. Pass. Smash.
May tranquil days return to us shortly.
Where's Rajan? Ah, here we go. Do I want to fight the regular one or the afflicted one? I'm going to be seeing a points reduction because this thing is a bit of a lower level.
Back to work.
Pikmin 1 was great. I had a bit of a scratch disk, so occasionally it had a disk read error and I had to restart the day.
Okay. I'll put my heart and soul into helping our group succeed. Sweet.
It's another game where you're gonna fail if you try to go in blind.
Sure.
Okay.
I think I got to the Forest Naval before I realized that this game was a lot bigger than I gave it credit for. And gave it a proper restart. Because I had less days than pieces at that point and I knew nothing about what I was doing. So our Crimson buddy is on the loose. No, I want the plant. Give me the plant. Stink butt. That was cheap. I couldn't do anything. You deserve this. Oh Lord, he's coming! It never gets old. I think I caused that. No. You just get stabbed. Aww.
Let you off the hook now. It didn't even stand a chance.
Nobody move.
I won't go easy on you.
Bye. Have a beautiful time. Oh, you faked me out twice. Mr. Zhang is a prankster. He's a funny man. Oh, I got some X-ray vision there. Just tap the tail. What color is the bugs? Oh, it's ice colored. Yes, ice is a color. It's a more creative color than green. To be honest, I only got Pikmin for the Smash Brothers trophy.
Thanks, buddy.
But, in my particular type of mindset, as screwed up as it was back then, I was like, well, I have this game, might as well try it. And that's what happened. I just played through all of Pikmin 1. It was great. Bye, Brian.
Don't waste this opportunity!
Good job. You showed that tree who's boss. Let's see. Another one of the games that I got for Christmas was something called Sonic Mega Collection. Which was all the classic Sonic games bundled up into one package. Sonic Origins wishes it was Sonic Mega Collection. Prior to Sonic Mega Collection, the only Sonic game I'd ever played was Sonic 2 on the Sega Genesis, which was apparently a pretty common game to grab. I gave Sonic 1 a fair shake, managed to beat it pretty handily. I tried to play Sonic 3, but There was one certain stage I couldn't get past, and you probably know exactly which one I'm going to mention. Everything was all fine and dandy until I got to Carnival Night Zone, and there was this one section of the stage with this barrel, affectionately referred to by fans as the Barrel of Doom. I didn't exactly know how to deal with it. Weirdly enough, one day when I was at school, I was thinking about that stupid barrel, and I thought to myself, there's gotta be a button I'm not pressing in order to deal with this thing. So I got home, I got to the Barrel of Doom again, so I decide, this doesn't make any sense, but let's try pressing up and down. And why did that work? I don't know, but it did. I got past the stage and I kept playing Sonic 3. A little while later, I learned that you could unlock the Sonic and 3 and Knuckles collection put together. And suddenly the game started making a lot more sense why they looked so similar. Played through a bunch of Sonic Spinball, which is a game I still haven't beaten to this day. It is just hard. It's got a lot of cheap deaths too. It is a pinball game. The furthest I've gotten was the final confrontation into the 4th stage, and I fell in the lava and game over, and I'm like, I'm never gonna do that again. Sonic Spinball is also home to one of the worst sounds I've ever heard in a game. Do yourself a favor. If you want to know what the worst thing I've ever heard in terms of music is, Google Sonic Spinball options menu theme. It's the worst. It's like they decided to take a MIDI guitar and just crank up the volume and have the worst notes that could be possibly played for a song. Doesn't matter, got my blade charged. Oh great, now there's 2 of them. This is getting out of hand. So there was a promotional movie in Sonic Mega Collection. And I didn't know it at the time, but it was for a game called Sonic Adventure, which I had never seen before. I played the games way out of order. First game I played in that series was Sonic Heroes. Then I played Sonic Adventure 2. Then I played Sonic Adventure 1. Got all these games at that secondhand store I was mentioning. I go there, I got like 20 bucks, I could pick up a game. I always picked up the next Sonic game I didn't have.
We did it? Of course we did. That's just what I expected from the hero of Kimura. You did great. You were great too,
It wasn't until a bit later I realized that the entire story is essentially about the Master Emerald.
I've already made the arrangements. The message should be delivered by now. Let's make our way back. Forward!
Sonic Heroes didn't make any sense until after I played through Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. And the last game I played out of that generation of games was Shadow the Hedgehog, a very infamous game. It's got 11 different endings, and the only way to get the true ending is by getting the other 10. Honestly, I didn't hate it. It was basically nothing but Sonic speed stages, but it's Shadow, and he's got a gun, and he can just deal with the enemies by dispatching them with the guns. Except the guns are really cool.
Well done.
The best ones are at the end of the game, fittingly. Ah! Very good. Somewhere along the lines I got Pikmin 2 as well. I don't remember when or how that happened, but I loved that game. It took what all Pikmin 1 has and got rid of the time limit, and that was just a major stressor, just gone. What do I hunt next? A seething Basiligeese? He's worth the most points. Ugh. Okay, give me the Toby Kadachi insect glaive. Beautiful.
Hello there. It's great to see you.
Tigrex, Espinasse, Teostra. No, not you. Espinasse, 157. I could kill it in 30 minutes, okay. Bye! I just wish there were more jungle levels. I'm Mr. Seeth. This'll be the last hunt.
Anyone can handle this. It's you.
So Pikmin 2 introduced the idea to me about the underground, all those extra little treasures that are down there. It was cathartic to be able to collect that many things. And the white and purple Pikmin, which I strongly wish had onions, but like for gameplay balance reasons that would be overpowered.
Make the most of it. I can't deny it. All right, Minoto. Our role today is to offer support, okay?
Let's go.
Okay. I'll put my heart and soul into helping our group succeed.
To date, the most memorable underground section in the entire game to me was definitely the subterranean castle. Or submerged castle, that's what it was. Those of you that have played Pikmin 2 know exactly what I'm referring to. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's definitely the most memorable section in the entire game. Even more than the Titan Dweevil. Okay.
Let's make haste.
There were also a bunch of miscellaneous games. I'm trying to think of what else I owned.
My spirits.
There were a bunch of miscellaneous games that I got secondhand from friends that I never really did anything with. I played through them, but like they didn't leave an impression on me. Like the two Army Men games I own. It's a bit weird how racist the Army Men game feels.
Sweet.
Because it just portrays it as you're the green guys, you need to deal with the tan guys, and the tan guys are just the worst out of everything. Blah, blah, blah. It sounds racist. It's like, you can't be a good person because you're a tan Army Man. Blech! What else is on my shelf here? Metroid Prime 2. I struggled to get through that game. Metroid Prime 2 felt quite different from Metroid Prime 1. Metroid Prime 1 was an empowering feeling game, whereas Metroid Prime 2 made you feel, well, kinda helpless.
If you want to ride it, now's the time.
In my first playthrough, I severely nerfed myself by not using the beam ammo. Because I wanted to conserve it because I didn't know if you could get more outside of crates and stuff. So I tried to play through the entire game just using the power beam the whole time, and I severely nerfed myself in doing so. Since you literally can't get stuck even if you run out of ammo, because a charge shot will act like a normal shot. Anyway, I did love the game. I genuinely hope it comes to the Nintendo Switch in a remastered form. Because the game Stockholm Syndromed itself into me loving it. Oh yeah, I did briefly mention Animal Crossing, didn't I? So initially, I didn't care for the game at all. I wasn't interested in playing it, I wasn't interested in getting it. And honestly, the only thing that got me into Animal Crossing was the extra Mario furniture that you could press passcodes to get. Mario furniture was my gateway drug into Animal Crossing. And I don't regret it. That game was awesome. Just the weirdness of it, all the different pieces of furniture you could collect. You can kind of just mini-manage a town, make money, fill your museum collection, collect NES games. One of the last games I ended up looking for on the Nintendo Gamecube was a very good title called The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. All I can say about that game is Hulk smash. It isn't your average run-of-the-mill superhero tie-in game. It's got its own self-contained story, and it really does make you feel like you're the Incredible Hulk. Destroying tanks, throwing people, you're basically the Hulk.
It's coming for you.
Okay, Pokemon Coliseum.
You're a light.
I do tend to count myself among the Pokemon fandom. For better or worse, that may be. And Pokemon Coliseum was a Generation 3 game, so it came out around the same time as Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Leaf Green, Fire Red. And it had a very unique premise to it. You couldn't catch wild Pokemon. You had to steal them from the criminal organization that was terrorizing the land. And then you had to make them uncorrupted. I want to be up here, Basil. Please.
I needed that.
And then Gale of Darkness came out, and that was Pokemon Coliseum, but better. There's not a game quite like Gale of Darkness. Nah. You missed. I'm not impressed. Oh, right.
I'm overflowing with energy. I'm glad I have you by my side.
I'm probably going to end up hunting the final boss of the game with a stick bug. It gives me a lot of agency to move however I like. So I played through all of Pokemon Coliseum and got every last Shadow Pokemon before I bothered popping out Gale of Darkness. And
Angry is an understatement.
in a lot of ways, Gale was a lot easier than Coliseum, even though it had, like, so many more shadows. I gotta mention a comparison here. So in Coliseum, most of the Pokemon you get are Johto Pokemon, and not really good ones. If you want a roster of what kind of Pokemon are in the Pokemon Coliseum, think about the kind of the extra Pokemon that were added in Pokemon Emerald that don't exist in any of the other Gen 3 games. And you got a pretty conclusive roster of what was in Pokemon Coliseum. You have to use stuff like Smeargle and Quagsire,
Thanks, buddy.
and it's not easy.
Be careful! Watch the cover! This is for my fellow.
Like, your best bet is the Johto starter you get from one of the towns, because there are 3 guys blocking the entrances to the town, and you have to take on one of them in order to get out. And each one has a Johto starter associated with them. I was an idiot and picked Bayleaf. I love its design, but it's tactically useless in battles. Especially when I already had a defensive Pokemon on my team in the form of Umbreon. It wasn't until later playthroughs that I decided Quilava is a better choice, and Croconaw even more so.
I'm in control now.
You're not getting near the village.
But, yeah.
I think we got on his bad side. Got time to heal up?
And then Gale of Darkness comes along. And you're no longer, like, a badass ex-criminal that just bombed an entire building. You're just a kid, the son of a researcher,
Lie down and start crying!
carrying on that work of purifying Pokemon. And, like, it is a strongly different vibe to start with. But I do love the convenience of it. You get an Eevee that's basically ready to evolve into any of the 5 evolutions. And you can evolve it pretty early on. And you'd be a fool to evolve it into anything other than Espeon, to be honest. But if you want to, you could just evolve it into anything.
We have to go after it.
Why are you running? Yeah, let's see. Gale of Darkness focused more on Kanto and Hoenn Pokemon. And there were a lot of them. And it also did a thing where the Pokemon got a bunch of moves that they couldn't ordinarily grab. They were either egg moves or really old move tutor moves that no longer exist. Or, in some cases, moves that are entirely unique to the game. And I did love it for that. Like, for example, you could get a Ralts with Sing.
Don't waste this opportunity!
Sure, there are better options, but, like, that's really cool.
Bye-bye now. Wow, I was nicely done. This is for my fellow hunters. Off you go. It's coming for you.
Uh-oh. Oh, Lord, he coming. Wait. He didn't ambush? Oh. Okay, you got him. I thought it was an ambush. Let's finish him off. Oh yeah, by the way, to this date, Tales of Symphonia, a game I mentioned briefly earlier, as I played the absolute mess out of, still my all-time favorite game of all time.
What did you think of my hunting today, Hinawa? I thought you were amazing.
It honestly shaped my life
make
for
me
the better,
proud to be
and
your
I'm
sister.
just eternally grateful that I decided one day to just sit down and play the dang
You
thing.
inspired me to work harder.
It made me stop and think about just people in general. For as simple and oftentimes cliche as the story is, it was very impactful. I cannot recommend this game enough.
Your experience will only make me stronger.
I think I'll talk more about some games at some other time, because this was really fun just to reminisce about games I've played. And that's 181. That's another milestone. Of course, I have to hunt regular Basilgeese a whole bunch until I get the Cortex. Bahari, what you got for me, buddy?
Yeah, good to see you.
A7s? Good. A7
Your
quests.
spirit shines bright. Anomalies quest.
Look at these guys. So here's a fun fact for you. If you do these quests, you basically get a copy of that monster for a quest of your own, and it's usually a vanilla copy. So if I were to do this Scorned Magnamalo, I'd get a high-ranked Scorned Magnamalo quest with no extra conditions. I don't really need to do any of this, but it's a really great option. Yeah. Luckily, I don't have to do very many of these.
Come again.
Oof. Okay, I'm basically done here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hunt some Risen Chameleos after this video is over with,
Oh, hey! Good luck.
because I need more Dragon Bones. Some of these weapons would appreciate the extra attack power. Give me your stuff.
Hunter.
Give me your useless Elgato tickets. Alright. And with that out of the way, thank you so much for joining me today. Hope to see you next episode. Again, sorry there was no voiceless episode. I just didn't have the time due to Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia. And honestly, this is just a really fun one for me. Happy hunting.
Happy